that bill is a progressive bill. It will enhance efficiencies in the office of the master. We are trying to ensure that beneficiaries are well protected. We increase efficiencies. We ensure that it operates so that the generality of our people benefit. And I want to thank the honorable members, Mr. Speaker. I am not sure, Mr. Speaker, with you, there are only two that debated whether I should move or allow that debate continue as I stand guided.
Thank you. Is there any further debate? There is none. I put the question that the administration of the States Amendment Bill, HB 3/2024, be now read a second time. Those who are of that opinion will say aye. Those of the contrary opinion will say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The question is accordingly affirmed, and the clerk will read the bill the second time.
Administration of the States Amendment Bill HB 3 of 2024.
What the committee, the Honourable Minister?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. The Honourable Minister seeks leave of the House. Oh, sorry. Thursday. Yes. The clerk will read the second order of the day.
Criminal Laws Amendment Bill HB 4 of 2024.
Thank you. I call upon the Honourable Minister to make his presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this is a very short bill that was occasioned by the need to cure a lacuna that had happened, whereby the courts they indicated in a constitutional judgment that children are anyone up to the age of 18. And in our criminal law codification and reform act, it was up to 16 years. And there was now those children from 16 to 18 who were not protected by our laws. And we had to call upon His Excellency to help us by using these powers vested in him under the presidential powers to cure that. So, Mr. Speaker, allow me to present my second written speech on the Criminal Laws Amendment, that is Protection of Young Children and Young Persons Bill. And this is the pertinent bill, Mr. Speaker, which seeks to align Section 61, 70, 76, 83, and 86 of the Criminal Law Codification and Reform Act with the Constitution of Zimbabwe. So it's an alignment bill. And this section defines a young person as a person below the age of 16, whereas the Constitution of Zimbabwe places 18 years as the age of majority. Mr. Speaker, this bill seeks to confirm the amendments contained in the emergency decree made by His Excellency under Statutory Instrument 2 of 2024. The emergency decree was necessitated judgment of the Constitutional Court in Kawenda versus Minister of Justice and others. The President's intervention was rendered more urgent following a court-ordered release of all offenders convicted of sexual intercourse with a young person. Mr. Speaker said, the Criminal Law Codification and Reform Act, Chapter 9.23, contains several sections that protect children from sexual exploitation. The sections refer to children as young persons, and that term is defined as meaning boys and girls under the age of 16 years. However, Mr. Speaker said, the Constitution fixes 18 years as the age at which one is considered to have attained adult status. Mr. Speaker, although the Criminal Law Court protects the children under the age of 16, it is imperative to note that it does not provide protection for children between the ages of 17 and 18 in the event of sexual crimes being committed on their persons. As a result, the Constitutional Court has declared the definition of young person in Section 61 as well as in Section 70, 76, 83, and 86 of the Code to be unconstitutional and void. This bill, therefore, intends to extend the protection of children up to the age of 18 as enshrined in the Constitution. The bill, Mr. Speaker, will also amend the Criminal Procedure and Evidence Act to make it possible for children and other witnesses who cannot talk due to impairment to be able to give evidence through other means, such as written statements, usage of sign language, and other argumentative and alternative communication. This amendment, Mr. Speaker, ensures that people with speech impairments are not left out in enjoying their rights to be heard and participate in all our court proceedings. Mr. Speaker, as I conclude, allow me to encourage the honorable members to support and pass this important law, which seeks to enhance the protection of our children against sexual exploitation. It is also important. It is also an important law that will promote the inclusion of people with speech impairment in our justice system, so that they will be accorded an opportunity to be heard and participate in all court proceedings, thereby giving life to the government's mantra of leaving no one behind. The Speaker said, I therefore urge honorable members to support and pass this bill, and I now move, Mr. Speaker, that the bill be now read the second time. I thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. The question before the House is a motion by the Honorable Minister of Justice, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs that the Criminal Laws Amendment Bill HB 4 2024 be now read a second time. Is there any debate? Honorable Toby.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Sir, I present the report on the public hearing carried out by the Joint Foreign Committee of Justice, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs, the Thematic Committee of Human Rights with regards to the Criminal Law Amendment Protection of Young Children in Young Persons Bill. Mr. Speaker, sir, Section 1.1 of the Constitution of Zimbabwe gives Parliament an obligation to engage with general members of the public during these lawmaking procedures and to ensure that all interested parties are consulted on bills being considered by Parliament to enact into law. In fulfillment of this constitutional obligation, Parliament of Zimbabwe, through the Portfolio Committee of Justice, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs, in conjunction with the Thematic Committee on Human Rights, held public consultations on the Criminal Laws Amendment Bill to gather the views of the people from the 6th to the 11th of May 2024. The bill, which was gazetted on the 1st of March 2024, seeks to amend the Criminal Law Codification and Reform Act, Chapter 9, with a special interest and concern for children, gender and women's socio-economic rights, filed an application to the High Court of Zimbabwe as a public interest application to protect the rights of children. Madam Speaker, the application is about that among other things, that the current age of sexual consent in Zimbabwe is 16. This age is derived from Section 61 of the Criminal Law Code, which defines a young person as a boy or a girl under the age of 16 years. However, Section 81 of the Constitution makes it clear that a child is anyone below the age of 18. Therefore, according to them, a young person should be defined in the Criminal Law Code to mean a boy or girl under the age of 18 years. Madam Speaker, the Constitution of Zimbabwe being the supreme law of the land, any law, custom, conduct, or practice that is inconsistent with the same is invalid to the extent of its inconsistency. According to them, the Criminal Law Code is unconstitutional as it fails to recognize that a child is anyone below the age of 18 years. More particularly, the Criminal Law Code is unconstitutional in that it defines the age of sexual consent to be 16 years. That being the case, Madam Speaker, this bill will confirm amendments made by the Presidential Emergency Decree that was necessitated by the implementation of the Constitutional Court judgment in Kawita versus Minister of Justice and others, where it was ruled that Section 70, 76, 83, and 86 of the Criminal Law Code are declared unconstitutional and be set aside. Further, it seeks to criminalize the deliberate transmission of HIV. Methodology. Madam Speaker, the committee used or made use of focused group discussions in its data collection process. In partnership with the SADC Parliamentary Forum, the committee was split into two teams covering all 10 provinces, making use of 10 venues. Team A covered National West, Midlands, Nawal, Makerere North, Makerere South, while Team B conducted public hearings in National Central, Harare, National East, Internet, and Machine. Public hearings were conducted to gather the views from the general members of the public. The committee also received recent submissions from various stakeholders, mainly through email. On the overview of the consultation, Madam Speaker, the committee managed to reach out to 866 people, of which 56.1 of them were male and 44.4 of them female, while 1.8 of them were persons living with disability. There was broad turnout in some places, which may be attributed to the low willingness of the public to participate during such conversations. However, the committee managed to get very insightful contributions. The committee considered and deliberated on the submissions gathered to develop a comprehensive report, which I now present. On the general submissions, Madam Speaker, the public applauded Parliament in reaching their communities seeking views pertaining to the bill, which is before this Parliament. There was general consensus amongst the public who expressed that the bill should seek to protect the rights of all ages in Zimbabwe and leave no one behind. Hence, the majority of the people agreed with the alignment of the age of sexual consent from 16 years to 18 years, as provided for in the supreme law of the country, which is the Constitution of Zimbabwe. On the specific submissions, on clause 3, the clause which talks about extramarital sexual intercourse and young persons, the public applauded this amendment and agreed to the definitions given in the bill. On clause 4, the repeal of section 7 of the Criminal Law Code. On clause 4, the repeal of section 7 of the Criminal Law Code, there was a general consensus young persons, that is to say boys and girls under the age of 18, with the protection which they are entitled under Section 81 of the Constitution of Zimbabwe. It was further submitted that the introduction of a Romeo and Juliet clause into the code will make special provision for sexual intercourse between young persons where the age difference between them is no more than 3 years. It was their opinion that since such cases will be prosecuted only with the specific authority of the Prosecutor General, this means that sexual intercourse between children and teenagers will not be brought automatically before the criminal courts. However, there are strong views that sexual intercourse between minors be also prevented, maybe through some form of awareness amongst the young persons. That awareness being done by the government. Majority of the members of the public agree that without having religious and traditional issues, child sexual exploitation will not be remedied. They went on to state that religious sects like Makoso are still practicing child marriages and label them as the most perpetrators of this crime in our society. The public further emphasized on the need for awareness campaigns against sexual exploitation of children and young persons and make it known to the public that the penalty for such actions are hefty for purposes of deterrence. On clause 5, Madam Speaker, amending section 73 of the Criminal Law Code to make reference to the new definition of young person, some members of the public raised concerns on the wording of the clause and recommended for the rephrasing of this clause as follows. Section 73, short domain, subsection 3 of the Principal Act is amended by the division of paragraphs B and C of 16 years and the substitution with 18 years. On clause 7, publicity of sexual crimes, there was general consensus in support of this clause. Majority of the public approached the bill as seeks to forbid adults from taking advantage of children and young persons for their personal gains. It was submitted that some parents and guardians are still participating in child marriages, hence they should be brought to court. On clause 8, Madam Speaker, criminalization of deliberate transmission of HIV among sexually transmitted diseases covered by the Criminal Law Code. Some members of the public were of the opinion that this clause must be supported. It was their submission that the provision of this clause will correct an anomaly whereby it is criminal to infect someone with a sexually transmitted disease such as syphilis or gonorrhea, but not with HIV. However, some members of the public were against this clause. They argued that during the drafting of the Marriage Act in 2022, the government agreed to the lobbying of people living with HIV and other support groups, civil society organizations, to decriminalize the willful transmission of HIV. It was further submitted that there is no method of establishing the period one may have benefited, one may be infected with HIV, and who would have transmitted the virus between the two when the statuses of both were not known before the sexual intercourse happened. I'm not sure about that. But Madam Speaker, what I was saying here is that it could not be easily established who infected who. It was further submitted that there is need for the draft of this clause to first explain why they intend to decriminalize the deliberate transmission of HIV, a crime which was repealed just 2 years ago. On clause 11, amendment to section 319A of the Criminal Procedure and Evidence Act. The public approved this clause as it seeks to protect the rights of children and other persons with hard hearing challenges and who will be allowed to give evidence in court in writing or by signs or by augmented or proactive communications. It was submitted that this is a positive step towards the effectiveness of our judicial service system. observed the following. The public was in support of the amendments being proposed by the bill, as basic to protect the children and young persons below the age of 18. So the public was generally in agreement with all the provisions, raising the age of sexual consent from 16 to 18, as well as criminalizing the deliberate transmission of HIV. On the committee recommendation, Madam Speaker, the committee recommends the following. The bill should be passed by the House or by both houses, taking into consideration the submissions from the public. On recommendation number 2, there should be a provision for abortion where young persons or young girls fell pregnant, even when the responsible perpetrator was not married. This is a very critical point which the authorities say you may have a minor, may say 13 years, she gets impregnated by someone who is 16 years. The law is not criminalized, as we have seen that the probation officer to consider whether the perpetrator must be brought to justice. But now the 13-year-old girl will still have to go with the pregnancy. And according to the submissions at the workshop that we carried out, it was actually seen that the pregnancy may actually produce the life of the young girl. And in this case, the committee recommends that there be mandatory abortion or abortion be allowed in such circumstances. The committee also recommends that deliberate transmission of HIV be penalized, as stated in the bill. Conclusion. In conclusion, Madam Speaker, the public welcomes the bill, stating that it is a positive step towards becoming a stable system. Not only does it protect all children from sexual predators, but also it protects the girl child using the Romeo and Juliet clause against vindictiveness, vindictive parents and guardians who are against adolescent relationships. Further, the public welcomes the reintroduction of the deliberate infection for deliberate transmission of HIV as a crime, as due to detain malicious individuals from getting away with infecting others with the chronic illness delivered. Be that as it may, the bill as a whole was welcomed, along with a few additions and some subtractions. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Mutuli. Is there any further debate?
Yes, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Shoriwa.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I want to thank all the ministers for bringing the bill before this House. And I also want to salute the work that was done by the portfolio committee on justice. I am aware, Madam Speaker, that this bill was necessitated by the ruling by our boss. Accordingly, I understand the position taken by the executive, starting from the presidential general measures and this bill that the honorable minister brought forward. I have two issues that I just want to raise in respect to this bill. One of the major challenge, Madam Speaker, is that it's very difficult in a society to come up with a law that actually talks to the relationships that exist between our young kids and adults. Madam Speaker, I come from a constituency, a high-density constituency, where I am aware for a fact that some of our young kids, those that are below 18 years, the 17 years, the 18-year-olds, they are actually actively involved in the sexual activities. And we actually have a challenge in that we've actually had a series of instances incidents that have been reported in the media pertaining to these world parties that have been actually engaged in. And it's important that we regulate and we make sure that we criminalize, and especially the old people that want to take advantage of the youngsters. The major challenge, however, Madam Speaker, is that we live in a world and at times where even the 17-year-old, the 18-year-old, they've actually mastered the art of deception. To the extent that even in areas where no under 18 are permitted, you will find them being there. Other disguise doing all that things. Then, in this view, Madam Speaker, it says that one can raise defense to a judge for having someone below the age of 18 if he or can certify the court that he or she is reasonable cause to believe that the young person consent was over the age of 18 at the time of arrest crime. But it then says, provided that the apparent physical maturity of the young person consent shall not on its own constitute reasonable cause for the purpose of the subsection. I just don't understand, Honorable Madam Speaker, and I think the minister patiently to me in this regard. What other excuse can someone come up to then think that maybe this child was actually about 18? Because normally we know men that have died at all, because we see the physical makeup. Like we say, you see the children who will be big, and then you take advantage of the physical attributes. But this view was stated correctly to say that we should not allow people that take advantage of the physical makeup of our children. But I want the minister to clarify to me, can there be any other reason, any basis upon which somebody can prove that a person in my view was, I thought she was about 18 years. Then the issue that I also have a problem with is the question of punishing someone that could have been allowed an underage person to actually get into a premises. I think that this one, Madam Speaker, needs to be relooked into, because I think the burden now places a lot of energy on the owners of hotels, lodges, and even other places. I think it will create a huge challenge in terms of the administration. I'll give you a good example. For instance, you are at, let's say, Rainbow, HICC. It's an open hotel. A kid comes, goes to a room. You do not necessarily, the personnel in that hotel or that lodge may not necessarily know that this person is actually going to a room of honorable Sorio, and that kid is actually being abused. I find it a bit tricky, Madam Speaker, to the extent that we could actually punish the owner of a lodge, the owner of a hotel. I think it becomes a bit tricky, and I think in that issue, I think the honorable minister needs to then explain to us. The last thing, Madam Speaker, I want to agree with the submissions that were made. Last Parliament, this Parliament approved during the debate that to decriminalize the spreading of HIV amongst the people. My initial reading and what I thought of this document was that it was going to be in either of 18 circumstances where an adult like in Shoriwa, sleeps with someone who is below 18 years. And then it is found that the person that I have slept with, you've actually acquired HIV. That should actually be an aggravating circumstance. But the manner in which it is coming, it actually applies as if even adults, consenting adults, they are not affected. And I have a problem even if the person will say, how do you define delivery? Because I don't foresee any court able to convict a person for having willfully spread HIV or even any STI for that matter. Because I don't see how the delivery aspect will actually be determined by the court. And in my view, just like the spirit we had in the last parliament when we did the marriage bill, I think this clause needs to be removed and only restricted to children under the age of 18, because we need to make sure that we punish the perpetrators that want to feed on young kids, while there are several men and women above 18 who are seeking for money. I think we must continue.
Thank you, Honorable Shoriwa. Any further debate?
Yes, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Mondokere.
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker, for the opportunity to debate this amendment bill. It is with mixed feelings that I debate this bill. Firstly, I welcome the bill as a child rights champion. I'm a member of the Parliamentary Caucus on Child Rights, or GP Rights. I am excited at this bill. Also, I'm a member of the Parliamentary Caucus on Disability, so there is a clause in this bill that makes me very excited, and to that extent I'm happy. But I have mixed feelings, because I'm also very shocked and traumatized and disappointed as a he or she champion, as a well-established and passionate member of the movement that seeks to promote gender equality in this country. With regards to the Section 78, 79, I'll talk that later on. But let me go back to where we're coming from. First, to congratulate the Minister of Justice for bringing this bill. We know that in terms of context, last year the judiciary made a very clear ruling with regards to the age of consent to say that there is an anomalous situation arising where it is no longer possible to include having children who are between 16 and 18 years in the definition of age of consent. So that legal lacuna needed to be addressed to say that every person who is below 18 years is a child and they cannot have the capacity to consent for sex. So it's important that the Secretary respond to the Kawenda judgment that was done. And it took time. I know that the Statutory Instrument 2 of 2024 seeks to address that legal situation. So I'm happy that this bill has come through and it will respond to the ruling. So as a child rights activist, I welcome the inclusion of all children up to 18 years. No person who is below 18 years should be able to give consent to have a sexual relationship with anyone. And this should then align us with the changes that we made to the Marriage Amendment Bill. We all know that Zimbabwe is one of the strongest champions, not just in Africa, but in the whole world, in the fight to end child marriages. We as Zimbabwe were one of the leading countries in SADC that fought and immensely victorious to make sure that laws in this region are changed to protect our children from marriages. Yes, we do have cases of child marriages in this country, but what we know is that the Parliament of Zimbabwe has enacted a law that protects all children. So to that extent, this bill is very important for me as a child rights activist to say that we are not leaving any other child behind. Everyone who is below 18